नमस्ते।
नमस्ते नवीन भाई।
नमस्ते
ओ
नमस्ते नमस्ते।
सदाशिव समारंभां
सदाशिव समारंभां
शंकराचार्य मध्यमाम्
शंकराचार्य मध्यमाम्
अस्मदाचार्य पर्यन्ताम्
अस्मदाचार्य पर्यन्ताम्
वंदे गुरु परंपराम्
वंदे गुरु परंपराम्
वसुदेव सुतं देवम्
वसुदेव सुतं देवम्
कंस चाणूरमर्दनम्
कंस चाणूरमर्दनम्
देवकी परमानंदम्
देवकी परमानंदम्
कृष्णं वंदे जगद्गुरुम्.
कृष्णं वंदे जगद्गुरुम्.
So
श्रेयो हि
yeah, श्रेयो हि ज्ञानम् अभ्यासात्
श्रेयो हि ज्ञानाभ्यासात्
ज्ञानात् ध्यानं विशिष्यते
ज्ञानात् ध्यानं विशिष्यते
ध्यानात् कर्मफलत्यागः
ध्यानात् कर्मफलत्यागः
त्यागात् शान्ति अनन्तरम्.
त्यागः शान्ति अनन्तरम्.
Hari Om. So the John and Justice's name, can you tell your name, kids? Yeah, you're on mute, so I cannot hear you. Okay, you're on mute. You call your dad and we'll see. I think maybe you're in the wrong class. It's different class on Saturday. Yeah. What's your name?
My name is John.
Okay,
My
John.
name is Justice.
Okay. So is your parent around? Yeah.
Namaste.
Namaste. So this you are here for children class, or this is the adult session?
I wasn't sure if this was going to be children or adult.
Yeah, this is for adult, but children class is on Saturday. So,
okay.
So I mean, from where you got the link?
I got it from what's his name?
Okay. So
Manishji. I got it from Manishji.
oh, okay. So yeah. So I think it is on Saturday, children class. I mean, you can enjoy. There's not a problem. Whatever they can listen, they can enjoy. Still is Bhagavad Gita, but specific children class is on Saturday. So you can ask him Saturday link, but that's okay. You can whatever they want to enjoy, they can enjoy, right?
Sure.
No
Thank you so much, sir.
Good to have, good to see them actually. Like.
Thank you.
Okay, good. Okay, so we'll continue with our fourth chapter. Last time we stopped a little early. So we are on fourth chapter of the Bhagavad Gita, and the chapter title is Gyan Karma Sannyas Yoga. Bhagwan is still continuing, and as we talked about earlier, that second and third chapter are basically the foundational teaching, and all other chapters are expansion or building upon that teaching. So fourth chapter is and again, depending on type of the flavor of devotees also, or scholars. The scholars who are too much into Gyan, they'll say this is Gyan Karma Sannyas, extension of Gyan. The scholar like Gandhiji or Tilak, more focused on Karma, they'll say this is Karma Sannyas Yoga, which is fine. I mean, we don't have to debate on that. Both are right. Let's take whatever apply. But the good part for us, both are important. We are neither a sannyasi, nor we are just a grahast who can leave everything. We are, and especially when we live in America, it's a capitalist world. We have no choice to live the way we live. But the best part is whatever best we can extract from this teaching. So for us, it is both Gyan and Karma. So sometimes people have this question that, oh, what is this Gyan Karma Sannyas? So let's not worry about that. Let's look at the subject matter and get whatever. See, it's like diving in the ocean, and there are a lot of gems. Pick the gem you want. So this is an ocean, and let's take our So for us, it is both Gyan and Karma. So last time we talked about when the chapter started, Arjun had Bhagwan told it is continuing from third chapter, and he is saying that I'm going to give you the Gyan which is Avyayam, which was given to Vivaswan, Manu, Vivasur, and then Surya to Manu, Manu to Ikshvaku. Basically, it is going on from tradition, this Gyan. It's a very ancient. It is not I'm creating it. And I am transferring to you, and this continues. So we talked about that. That is the first shlok. And Bhagwan says the good part of this Gyan is Avyayam. It doesn't expense, it doesn't diminish. And the only thing is that, for example, I always give this example when someone asks that truth, Satya. The definition of Satya 10,000 years ago or whatever, a definition of Satya today is same. I mean, there's no change in the definition. The thing which remains true in all three period of time, past, future, and present, is truth. So similarly, this Gyan, the translation may be different, the application may be different, but the Gyan remains the same. And what is the Gyan? Second and third chapter. Very simple. I always repeat to myself also. Second chapter Gyan is that you are or we are Atma, not this body. That's it. That's Gyan. We call it Atma Gyan. That's right. Or Brahma Gyan. Because at one stage I realized that I am that Brahman. There's no separate Brahman. So we call it Brahma Gyan also, or Atma Gyan. That's the realization. As people call it self-realization. That is the Gyan. So, and so Bhagwan is saying that Gyan is very old. It doesn't change. And true, it doesn't change. And then the next part, Bhagwan says, third chapter is Karma. So what is Karma? In this sense, Adhyatmika or Swadharma, or we can say Karma Yoga. It is the attitude. Karma we keep doing. There's absolutely everybody has to do the karma. The attitude while performing the karma, attitude is that selfless action, where the ahankar is minimal. I mean, we cannot say ahankar is no more there. That's a very high stage. But the minimal ahankar, minimum karta bhav, means the doer part, karma will continue, and that becomes karma yoga. So it's that simple. Gyan is that we are Atma, not this body. And the karma is the reduce ahankar, reduce karta bhav. And that is karma yoga. And that's, Bhagwan said that teaching is very old. And I think we can validate that even today. Yeah, that's correct. If I have less karta bhav, I feel light. Everybody can endorse that. Yeah, I mean, I enjoy the work. Because the moment there is less ego, you enjoy the work. More ego, we know all the conflict and everything in job and home or the workplace or public places, there's a problem. So that's the Gyan. So that's what Bhagwan is saying. I'm continue and I'm revealing, Bhagwan used the word, I am revealing the secret to you. Because you are Rahasyam Hetam Uttamam, that is the third shlok. Because you are my Sakha and Bhakt. That word he used, Bhakto Asi Me Sakha. You are my friend and Bhakt. So that Bhakt and friend is nothing but, Arjun said, I'm your Shishya. And Bhagwan is expanded to that. You are my, not Shishya, you are my Sakha and Bhakt. And that's why I'm giving you secret. And what is the secret? Again, secret is that Gyan is within you, Arjun. I'm just going to, we saw the story of that thief, that he didn't find the money because money was right under thief's pillow. And that's why Bhagwan says you don't have to go anywhere, Arjun. It is right within you. Only thing I'm helping you to that's why we call it self-knowledge or self-atma gyan. It is all within us. And that's the secret. So he says the third shlok. Then fourth shlok, Arjun asks that, oh, my janm is current and your janm is current. And how you're saying that you told this gyan to Sur and Sur. And then Bhagwan says in the fifth shlok that we have taken many births. Or difference, Arjun, you don't remember. I remember. That's what I'm saying that. And he's saying in sense when he's crushed, right? So he remembers. And it is said that many Mahatmas, they can And there are practices people can go back to previous birth. But anyway, that's a separate topic. So Bhagwan says, I know that you don't know. That's why you, but I know that we were born, and true, we were born. And then Bhagwan says that now after that, Bhagwan says that, yes, I am born again and again. And that's where sixth shlok comes. So there are two wonderful shlok will come after that, which are very popular and famous all over. But the foundation is the sixth shlok. So we'll read the sixth shlok of fourth chapter, where Bhagwan is going to say why he knows his previous birth and why he takes birth again and again. That's the question we always have, that what is avatar, and so he is going to be explained here. So sixth shlok of fourth chapter. Ajo api san vyayatma
अजो अपि सन् व्ययात्मा
bhutanam ishvaro api san
भूतानामीश्वरो अपि सन्
prakritim swamadhishtaya
प्रकृतिं स्वामधिष्ठाय
sambhavamyatma mayaya.
संभवाम्यात्म मायया, तथा मेरा जन्म प्राकृत मनुष्यों के सदृश नहीं है। मैं अविनाशी स्वरूप अजन्मा होने पर भी तथा सब भूत प्राणियों का ईश्वर होने पर भी अपनी प्रकृति को अधीन करके योग माया से प्रकट होता हूँ।
Though unborn, of imperishable nature and Bhagwan of beings, presiding over my own Prakriti, I am born by my own Maya.
Yeah, so now it is a very interesting thing Bhagwan has brought, that Arjuna asked that, I don't remember, you remember. So Bhagwan says yes, because now he's bringing a concept called avatar. And avatar is very famous. There are a lot of movies made on the same concept. And they say that it is from India, they got this concept of avatar. We call it avatar, but here it is avatar. So there is a difference here. Bhagwan is saying that Avinashi Swarup Ajanma hone par bhi, because Bhagwan is Ajanma. Janmis which are born out of, and we will see that Bhagwan explain. Not like others. Sarvabhutanam is other people. We are all born because of something happened in the previous birth. So that's why I am born again. And that's the reason we all are different, and we all live differently. We all enjoy or suffer life differently, because we are born because of some reason which we'll see in the detail. And Bhagwan says that I am Ishwar, right? Or Ishwar, which form? He's not just Krishna, Bhagwan is talking about. Prakriti ke adheen, Prakriti ko adheen. And we know that nature is, Bhagwan has a Shakti called Maya. I mean, there are whole description in Shastra, but in simple terms, it is Bhagwan's Shakti Maya. We see the whole world, we say that it is Maya, it is Bhagwan's Shakti. So we are born out of the Maya, but not our choice. We are born out of the cause and effect principle. There was some karma we did, some vasana from previous birth, which has made us, and that's the reason we are all different. We face life differently. Our happiness or suffering or gain and loss, all are different. Although, we can understand that because we are born out of the same parent, suppose sibling, and they are different. So biologically, I mean, same environment, same food, same DNA, same parents, we are still different. We look different, our nature is different. In fact, our destiny is different. There are 2, 3, 5, 10 siblings, everybody is different. So what is that? And that's what our Shastra says, there is something coming from behind also. So we are called Sansari, and Bhagwan is called Avatar. The one who is born out of karma and payback. It's like we are here to pay back. And the term we use in Shastra is prarabdha. We are all here to cut our prarabdha. There is no choice. And that's the reason the whole Adhyatmic sadhana is that we don't want to be born again and again with this, because the moment you are in sansar, there is a suffering. Sansar is suffering. there'll be problem. कभी market crash होगा, कभी tsunami आएगा, sometimes there is a physical problem. And in fact, I am very careful and there is an accident. I meet an accident and I am hurt for no reason. I am disciplined, I am good, but accident. Or I eat something. Or whatever we eat, like now we are eating all kind of junk food and everything. We say that I'm eating quinoa or chia seeds, but who knows? After eating quinoa, chia seeds, you still get the cancer. So who decides? So it is all the prarabdha, they're saying. That decides. So we are here in sansar to pay back the prarabdha. That's why we are called sansari. But Bhagwan, he comes when in the form. Bhagwan means it's not just Krishna Ram. We say Bhagwan Buddha, Bhagwan Mahavir. Even there'll be a time after maybe 2000 years, we say Guru Nanak was Bhagwan. Like that. Because right now he is recent, so we say Guru Nanak was born. All these Mahatmas, we call them Bhagwan because they are not here to, of course, they are here to pay back the prarabdha, but they are not accumulating the new prarabdha. They are living in this life free, so they are not born again. Even if they are born again, they'll not be suffer like us. And that is one of my Guruji, my mentor was there, Mahesh Bhai in Boston. He was founder of BHP of America. I mean, he was a director of a company and all those things, technical, but spiritually very elevated. And I was very close to him. So I asked him one time, Mahesh Bhai, he was 75 or so, 75th birthday. Mahesh Bhai, क्या plan है? And I do the, my thoughts and his were very similar to him. So he said, yeah, अगले जन्म की तैयारी है. Very good. So I want to be better, and he said, I want to be born again. because काम अभी खत्म नहीं हुआ है. But spiritual sadhana I am doing because if I am born again, I'll be better person. I'll be better contributor. And that's what we, some young kids, early age, they are spiritually elevated, not only spiritually, they are very benevolent, they are very contributing more to the society, they are people of wisdom, early age. And that's what we say, it is coming from the previous birth. So for us also, I think this is important to learn from this, that Bhagwan says, I am avatar, don't worry about me, Arjun. Otherwise, I'm going teaching ki zarurat nahi thi. But he is helping Arjun to live better life so that next birth you come, you are a less sansari, more avatari. Avatar to nahi honge, lekin less sansari, more avatari. So he is saying कि मुझे ये सब झंझट नहीं है, मैं प्रकृति के कंट्रोल में नहीं हूँ. And prakriti means again very fundamental. Prakriti means तीन गुण, sattva gun, rajo gun and tamo gun. That's prakriti. So we are all bound by three, and we all know that. Bhagwan is not bound by three. That's the difference. So not only Bhagwan, the people who are jnani, and that's the whole teaching of Bhagavad Gita, 14th chapter, that the goal is to rise above three guna. Gunatit bhava Arjun. Arjun ne pucha 14th chapter mein, ye kya hoga, like after sattvagun what? He said, no, after sattvagun you have to go beyond that. Gunatit bhava Arjun. And then you enjoy the life. And we see, and we call them Jivan Mukt. There's a term used very nicely of Shastra. Jivan Mukt means you are still living, but you're free. And just imagine why people migrate to America. We all, there's one factor which plays, of course, there is a monetary purpose coming to America. But one very, very important factor coming to America is freedom of choice. This is, I mean, the whole world, there are democracies. This is one of the best democracies. We all know that, right? In the world. But there is a freedom. I want to practice my religion. I want to practice something. Nobody stops you in America, not many countries. So freedom is the best thing you want, right? That is called mukti. So Jivan Mukti, if you get that in your life where you're living, what else you need? So Bhagwan is saying, Gunatit Bhavarjun. So we can be like avatar, not avatar, but can be like. So that's what Bhagwan is saying in that. So I am not controlled by that, but he is giving the guidance that in the 14th chapter that Arjun, you can do that. So let's go to the 7th shlok, very famous shlok, right? And now Bhagwan is saying why I come. I'm avatar, I'm not sansari, but why do I come? Arjuna asked, right? Yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati bharat abhyuthanam adharmasya तदात्मानं सृजाम्यहम्
तदात्मानं सृजाम्यहम्। हे भारत, जब जब धर्म की हानि और अधर्म की वृद्धि होती है, तब तब ही मैं अपने रूप को रचता हूँ, अर्थात प्रकट करता हूँ।
O Bharata, whenever there is indeed a decline of dharma, which is righteousness, and a rise of adharma, unrighteousness, then I manifest myself.
So this shlok is very popular, and Bhagwan is saying that dharma again it is the cosmic law. When people don't follow, then Bhagwan says dharma की हानि होती है और अधर्म का उत्थान होता है, means adharma rises and dharma declines. Then there is imbalance, and that time I come. Now the lot of people ask this question, भारत में अरे वो कृष्ण ने बोला था आते तो नहीं है, इतनी समस्या है भारत में। अब भारत वाले बहुत दुखी थे श्लोक को पढ़ कि, तो उसका उत्तर उन्होंने नेक्स्ट श्लोक में दिया. So we'll read the next and then revisit both of them. So भगवान is saying कि मैं आता हूं तो करता क्या हूं. The next श्लोक he says what I do that. परित्राणाय साधूनां
परित्राणाय साधूनां
विनाशाय च दुष्कृतां
विनाशाय च दुष्कृतां
धर्म संस्थापनार्थाय
धर्म संस्थापनार्थाय
संभवामि युगे युगे.
संभवामि युगे युगे, क्योंकि साधु पुरुषों का उद्धार करने के लिए और दूषित कर्म करने वालों का नाश करने के लिए तथा धर्म स्थापन करने के लिए युग युग में प्रकट होता हूं.
For the protection of the virtuous, for the destruction of the wicked, and for the establishment of dharma, the righteousness, I am born from age to age.
Yeah, so now he tells the reason. First Shloki says that there is a decline, there is, but then I have a role to play. So before we get into that, there is a story, I always love that story. That's he says परित्राणाय साधुनां. तो भारत में वो लोग बोलते हैं भगवान आते क्यों नहीं है, इतनी समस्या चल रही. So there was one time in one of the ghat of the bank of the river in Banaras, Varanasi. So there Varanasi में क्या होता है कि there are washermen, and one side they wash their clothes in the same river, and this side people are taking the bath and all those things, right? Holy bath we call it, or sacred, or Ganga Snan, right? So when this Swamiji or Sadhu, he was kind of whatever Sadhu vesh, he was taking a bath, and this guy washerman is washing. Now when he's washing the clothes, the splash of water and that soap, it is going to that Sadhu. He didn't like it. He said, "Hey, you stop when I'm taking bath." So this guy stopped for a few minutes, but Sadhuji continued taking longer bath, and now this guy has to finish his job because the washerman, he has to move. So he continued doing that. So थोड़ा साधुजी को गुस्सा आ गया. तो उन्होंने बोला कि you don't stop, right? And I'm going to beat you. थोड़ा झगड़ा हो गया, तो उसके ऊपर साधु जी ने थोड़ा मारना शुरू किया. तो पहले तो बेचारा because out of respect he didn't say anything, but जब ज्यादा ही मारने लगे तो उसको भी गुस्सा आ गया. Then he started beating. अब now he is on top of स्वामी, साधु जो भी थे उनको पीटने लगा. अब उन्होंने श्लोक याद है, परित्राणाय साधुना विनाशाय च दुष्कृताम धर्म संस्थापनाय शंभो. अरे किधर हो, आते नहीं हो. इतने में कृष्ण आ गए दूर खड़े हुए, वो हंस रहे. तो उसने कहा अरे देख, आप एक तो आते नहीं थे, बड़ी मुश्किल से आए हो, मैंने श्लोक बोला और हंस रहे हो. तो परित्राणाय साधु नाम. तो भगवान बोले मैं आ तो गया हूँ, लेकिन मुझे समझ में आ रहा है कि तुम में से साधु कौन है, क्योंकि यू आर बिहेविंग द सेम. तो भगवान के साथ भगवान को ये प्रॉब्लम हो रही है. भारत में तो आते तो बहुत बार हैं लेकिन भगवान वापस चले जाते होंगे, कि समझ में आ रहा साधु कौन है इन लोगों में. तो भगवान ने वेरी प्रॉमिस दिया है कि जब तक साधुओं की रक्षा के लिए, और साधु की भी रक्षा के लिए आने की जरूरत नहीं, बिकॉज इट इज ट्रू दैट साधु डजंट नीड प्रोटेक्शन. साधु इज सो हाईली, हमें क्या डर लगता है, इफ आई एम वॉकिंग ऑन द स्ट्रीट समबडी माइट किल यू, somebody might hurt you, somebody may take something from you. That's a fear all of us have. Or somebody will take my job or money. That's a fear, all of us. Sadhu has no fear. That's the reason sadhu is there. Sadhu doesn't have a fear of even life, fear of anything. So what is the problem, sir? So Bhagwan is saying साधुता की रक्षा के लिए मैं आता हूँ. जो लोग साधुता प्रैक्टिस करना चाहते हैं उनकी हेल्प के लिए मैं आता हूँ. Because if you protect the sadhu, the person who is practicing sadhuta, then dharma will be protected. So like example, if you protect the scientist, then science will be protected. So भगवान से दे कि साधु तो साधु हैं, लेकिन ये सब दिखने वाले साधु हैं. तो मैं आऊंगा जब आप उस साधुता प्रैक्टिस करोगे, सिर्फ आउटलुक साधु से नहीं चलेगा। सो दैट्स व्हाट भगवान इज सेइंग, देन आई विल कम। सो साधु को प्रोटेक्ट करेंगे तो साधुता प्रोटेक्ट होगी, धर्मी को प्रोटेक्ट करेंगे तो धर्म प्रोटेक्ट होगा। सो भगवान से संभवामी युगे युगे, एंड धर्म संस्थापनार्थ है। सो इफ साधु इज प्रोटेक्टेड, धर्म विल बी established. So dharma runs on sadhu. So sadhu, again, this word Bhagwan has used here. Sadhu doesn't mean a sannyasi or some Bhagwan. The sadhu word comes from sadh, Sanskrit. Sadh means, this is a seedha Hindi ka shabd hai. Sadh means straightforward. Arjavam, there is a quality in 16th chapter Bhagwan described. Dev or Asur. So one of the Dev qualities, Arjavam, means straightforward. Sadhu is a simple person, straightforward. No rag dvesh. Straightforward means no rag dvesh. He or she doesn't like or dislike anyone. That is sadhu. So Bhagwan is saying, sadhu honge, to main aa jaunga. And vinashaya chu dushkatam. Vinash means it's not destruction. The word, English word we use, destruction. He is coming for the, we can say that, teaching. When punishment doesn't mean always killing. Punishment means there is a teaching there. So Bhagwan says that vinashaya dushkatam. So साधुओं के शिष्ट, साधु में शिष्ट, शिष्ट रक्षणम, प्रोटेक्शन ऑफ साधु, एंड दुष्ट शिक्षणम, उनको शिक्षा देने के लिए आता। एक अर्जुन को, दुर्योधन को भगवान ने पूरा चांस दिया, he gave all the opportunity to Duryodhan to avoid that. Now he is not, same thing Bhagwan Ramayana में, if you read Ravan or we read all the stories, the opportunity is given enough. Then Bhagwan says कि now it is, there is a lesson to be taught. So because Bhagwan cannot be a destroyer, इसीलिए वो हम लोगों के यहाँ भी जो वो विष्णु, ब्रह्मा विष्णु महेश की जो डिस्क्रिप्शन करते हैं, I had to correct in many places, in our temples and every, Shiv is not the destroyer, right? How can Bhagwan or how can Father be a destroyer? Yeah, I mean, if you do wrong, then so Shivji comes when there is a problem to pralay, to recreate. He'll say, okay, finish this and recreate it a better way. तो आप यही भगवान कह रहे हैं कि गड़बड़ करोगे तो आऊंगा and I'll fix things. It's like it. So Bhagwan is saying sambhavami yuge yuge. Sambhav means I'm born yuge, again and again. Whenever there is a need, I'll come. तो हमारा रोल तो अब ये है कि हम साधु बने, साधु इकट्ठे करें तो भगवान आ जाएंगे। हम लोग लेकिन if you are in साधु in disguise, तो भगवान वो देख लेते हैं आगे और चले जाते हैं। सत्यनारायण की कथा हम लोग सुनते हैं, बड़ी पॉपुलर है। मैं तो ज्यादा, I mean, I'm not too fan of the modern katha. The message people don't take it. The whole katha is like that. कि वो भक्ति करता है, फिर भूल जाता है, तो फिर उसको नाव डूब जाती है या उसका कुछ हो जाता है, फिर भक्ति करता है। So what are you doing? That's what the whole end of this katha. सब लोग सुन लेते हैं, किसी को समझ में नहीं आता। भगवान is giving message and again कि सत्य का पालन तो करो। That itself is सत्य नारायण कथा। भगवान नारायण सत्य का रूप है। सत्यनारायण व्रत कथा, take the व्रत, vow of truth, and that is the katha. Now people read the katha, but the message in katha again कि कुछ गड़बड़ करते हैं, फिर उसको नुकसान हो जाता है, फिर भगवान आते हैं। So भगवान is giving message, I give you warning, become a sadhu, become a straightforward person. लेकिन और ठीक से देखा जाए तो जब अगर हम साधु बन जाएं तो अपने आप धर्म की स्थापना हो जाएगी, भगवान को आने की जरूरत ही नहीं पड़ेगी। ये तो भगवान ने बोला है, बट आई थिंक he wants us to be sadhu and then dharma will be protected. I don't think we need Bhagwan to that. We'll continue on 9th shlok. I think we have to reach to 11 here. So just continuing 9th shlok, Bhagwan ko. Again, he's talking about his janma. Janma karma cha me divyam.
जन्म कर्म च मे दिव्यम
Evam yo vetti tatvatah.
एवं यो वेत्ति तत्त्वतः
Tyaktva deham punarjanma.
त्यक्त्वा देहं पुनर्जन्म
Naiti mameti sorjana.
नैति मामेति सो अर्जुन। इसलिए हे अर्जुन, मेरा वह जन्म और कर्म दिव्य अर्थात अलौकिक है। इस प्रकार जो पुरुष तत्व से जानता है वह शरीर को त्याग कर फिर जन्म को नहीं प्राप्त होता है, किंतु मुझे ही प्राप्त होता है। और तत्व से की टिप्पणी में लिखा है, सर्वशक्तिमान सच्चिदानंद घन परमात्मा, अज अविनाशी और सर्वभूतों के परम गति तथा परम आश्रय हैं। वे केवल धर्म को स्थापन करने और संसार का उद्धार करने के लिए ही अपनी योग माया से सगुण रूप होकर प्रकट होते हैं। इसलिए परमेश्वर के समान सुहृद, प्रेमी और पतित पावन दूसरा कोई नहीं है। ऐसा समझकर जो पुरुष परमेश्वर का अनन्य प्रेम पर निरंतर चिंतन करता हुआ आसक्ति रहित संसार में बरतता है, वही उनको तत्व से जानता है।
Wow.
लंबी टिप्पणी है।
Yeah.
We'll summarize it. Yeah.
He who knows thus my divine birth and action in true light, having abandoned the body, is not born again. He comes to me, O Arjuna.
So now again, same thing we talked about Jivan Mukta, right? So Bhagwan is saying, if you know me, essence is what? Like ultimately when we come to essence, Tattvamasi, that you know that you are not different than me. So that is the essence. So if we know that, then Bhagwan says, देह को त्याग कर जन्म को नहीं प्राप्त होता है, मुझे ही प्राप्त होता है. And that nobody guarantees कि next birth आपकी होगी कि नहीं होगी. But अगर होगी भी तो I personally feel that you will be like closer to Bhagwan, or in fact जीवन मुक्त जो महात्मा लोग होते हैं. So but the thing is that दिव्य अलौकिक इस प्रकार तत्व से, and दिव्य means divine, which is अवतार स्वरूप. तो सारा खेल इतना ही है कि हमें समझना है कि ईश्वर कौन है, और मेरे और ईश्वर में there is no gap. ईश्वर ऐक्य, that's what we say. Finally, Brahm and Jeev ऐक्य, ekata. That is the goal. So he says, if you know that, then you will not be born. Born again means there is no suffering, even if you are born, because you are elevated. So that's what Bhagwan is saying. But the only thing he is saying, tattva se, reality. And that is called Tattva Gyan. And that's what the whole knowledge is, that I am that Atma, not Sharir. Second chapter, pura. So we'll go to the next shlok, right? Vitaraga bhaya krodha
वीतराग भय क्रोधा
manmaya mama upashritah
मनमया मामुपाश्रिताः
bahavo jnana tapasa
बहवो ज्ञान तपसा
uta madbhava bhavamagatah.
पूता मद्भाव मागता। और हे अर्जुन, पहले भी राग, भय और क्रोध से रहित अनन्य भाव से मेरे में स्थित वाले मेरे शरण हुए बहुत से पुरुष ज्ञान रूप तप से पवित्र हुए मेरे स्वरूप को प्राप्त हो चुके हैं।
Freed from desire, fear, and anger, absorbed in me, taking refuge in me, purified by the fire of knowledge, many have attained my being.
Yeah, so he's just telling that it is nothing new. I'm telling you, it has happened to many people, which we have talked about. But the key word here is jnana tapsa. कैसे हुए हैं? How do we know? Previous श्लोक में जो कहा तत्व से जानना. So there is only one way we can know Bhagwan tattva se, jnana tapasa. So jnana is not just reading. See, that's why his word tapasa, tapas. You have to, that austerity, you have to put in effort. हम लोग जब छोटे थे स्कूल में एक सुभाषित पढ़ते थे कि जो लर्नर है, विद्यार्थी मीन्स तप, विद्यार्थी मीन्स तप. If you want to learn something, you have to be a tapasvi. So काक चेष्टा, बको ध्यानम, श्वान निद्रा, अल्पहारी, अपरिग्रही, पंचम विद्यार्थी लक्षणम. So there are 5 requirement or quality of a good student. That's what one is ज्ञान तपसा, जान के ठीक से. So one is a काक चेष्टा, that crow, and we know the story of crow. Crow, even in life, crow is very like nishtha means it's committed. Was a story we see that he wanted to get the water out of that little pot, so he bring all those pebbles and put it in. So crow is like that. Crow is very stubborn, not stubborn, but very committed. He'll commit, right, or do the work. So काक चेष्टा, ऐसी इच्छा होनी चाहिए. Crow type. Bako dhyanam. Bako means the crane. Crane is when crane is standing in the sea water, like as if it is complete dhyan, and is focusing on the fish. The moment fish comes, it will grab it. So crane is exactly stand still. That dhyanam, aisa dhyanam. So kaka cheshta, bako dhyanam, shwan nidra. Shwan means dog. Dog like light sleep. Because dog's job is not to sleep. Dog's job is to protect. So Shwana Nidra and Alpahari. And then you have to be light eater, not heavy. हम लोग जो खाते हैं बहुत जम के, Alpahari means you have to have the light diet. And then Aparigrahi. We should have minimum possessions. Parigraha means there is a beautiful word, and हमारे जैन शास्त्र में तो अपरिग्रह को बहुत ध्यान दिया है. अब हालांकि बहुत सारे जैन, मेजॉरिटी जैन आर नॉट अपरिग्रही. हम सब जैन लोग बड़े रिच है हमारे. तो अपरिग्रह, उन्होंने अपरिग्रह मीन्स there is a घेरा, you can say there is a circle, parigraha, and you are bound by the sansar, the possession of the sansar. Possession is in fact my name, my fame, everything is, so we are bound by that, within the circle of that parigraha. That's called parigraha. So one says reduce the parigraha, and that with pancham vidyarthi lakshana ऐसे, that is called tapas. तो अगर ज्ञान प्राप्त करने के लिए कमिटमेंट होना चाहिए. ध्यान is concentration, of course, less sleep, less eat, and less possessions, and which is very difficult. इसलिए I mean, you can be smart. I mean, there is a question today, we'll answer, we'll address this. कैसे होता है? We can be smart, but to be satisfied, fulfilling life, we need this. I mean, IQ is not a problem. I mean, I can be good in the job, but am I fulfilling my life? That's the purpose of reading Bhagavad Gita. Is my life has a meaning? And that will come from this gyan, and which gyan cannot come without those panchalakshana, which is nice. We'll read 11 one time and then continue next time. So 11 shlok is, it's very important, very, very nice shlok. Ye yatha mam prapadyante,
ये यथा मां प्रपद्यन्ते
tanstateva bhajamyaham,
तांस्तथैव भजाम्यहम्
mam vartanu anuvartante,
मम वर्तानुवर्तन्ते
manushyaha partha sarvashah.
मनुष्यः पार्थ सर्वशः. क्योंकि हे अर्जुन, जो मेरे को जैसे भजते हैं, मैं भी उनको वैसे ही भजता हूँ. इस रहस्य को जानकर ही बुद्धिमान मनुष्यगण सब प्रकार से मेरे मार्ग के अनुसार बरतते हैं. ये बहुत बहुत जरूरी है.
बहुत बढ़िया श्लोक है actually.
बहुत अच्छा.
We'll talk a little more next week, but it is very nice श्लोक. Yeah.
Howsoever men approach me, even so do I satisfy them. Men tread my path in all ways, O Partha.
So if you read Bhagavad Gita translations, many places, even English 2-line translation, you will find the variation for this shlok. And again, this is based on your aptitude, tendency, your liking, or your flavor. People translate this. But and I like this translation of this shlok by Gandhiji. I think I like that most, because there are, of course, the scholars have done like big commentary on this shlok, 2 pages. But Gandhiji's was very simple, like few lines and to the point. And everybody is to the point. But so what he is saying, Bhagwan, is that ye yatha mam prabhu, the way people approach me, the devotees, I reciprocate in the same way. So there are simple translation which we can find is जैसा भगवान को हम बचते हैं वैसा भगवान हमें, I mean, they behave. So भगवान भजंती means what? Like भजामी, भगवान हमें क्यों भजेंगे? So भज शब्द का मतलब होता है शेयरिंग. भजन उसी से आया है. So I am sharing my thought, that is bhajan. So bhaj shabd means sharing, bhajan karna, divide karna. So Bhagwan says, yeah, you share with me, I'll share with you. तुम कुछ दो तो फिर मैं तुम्हें कुछ दूंगा, लेकिन कैसा? So we know the story, जैसे राम और कृष्ण अवतार हुए. So in the previous birth, Dasharath and Kaushalya did the penance, तपस्या करी और भगवान प्रकट हुए previous birth उनके, मनुष्य रूप पे थे. भगवान ने कहा क्या चाहिए? उन्होंने कहा कि हमें आपके जैसा पुत्र चाहिए. तो बोले मेरे जैसा तो कैसा हो सकता है, तो मुझे ही आना पड़ेगा. तो पुत्र बन के आए. So that's what he's saying. तुम कैसा मुझे चाहते हो? अर्जुन ने बोला आप मेरे ये सारथी बन जाओ, तो मैं सारथी बन गया. तुम क्या चाहते हो? तुम चाहते हो मैं तुम्हारा दोस्त बन जाऊं, तो मैं तुम्हारा दोस्त बन गया. सुग्रीव को प्रॉब्लम थी, सुग्रीव ने बोला आप मेरी रक्षा करो, तो भगवान उसके रक्षक बन गए. विभीषण को रावण से बचाना था, तो भगवान विभीषण को लाइक उसको राजा बना दिया बचा के. तो आपको क्या चाहिए? जैसी तुम भक्ति करोगे वैसा भजा में हम, I'll share. So what you offer me, I'll share. That is in a very simple term, that's what he's saying. So The second part he says, Mam vartan anuvartante manushya partha sarvesha. Next time we'll talk about that. So he's saying, if people follow the rule I set up, this is very important. First part is fine, कि हमें भगवान को भजना जैसे है वैसे भगवान रेसिप्रोकेट करेंगे. But he is not saying there is no favor done here and there is no partiality done in my. ये नहीं कि आपने मेरे को लड्डू 100 चढ़ा दिए तो अब अनिल अंबानी या मुकेश अंबानी के घर में उन्होंने आरती कर दी श्रीनाथ जी की लड़की की शादी में, तो उनको ज्यादा वैसे ही मिलना था. इट इज नथिंग टू डू विद कि कृष्ण ने उनको कुछ ज्यादा दे दिया. इट डजंट मैटर आप कितनी आरती कर लो, दैट इज नॉट. सो जो आई दैट्स व्हाट नेक्स्ट अनुवर्तन्ते मनुष्य पार्थ सर्वशा. द path means the law, the cosmic law, the law of karma. So whatever Bhagwan will guide into that, but he's not going to change that. So he's saying that in my law, yes, I'll help you, I'll guide you. But अर्जुन को भी उन्होंने बोला था कि ये प्रॉमिस नहीं किया था कि युद्ध जीते. अर्जुन बोला था कि we may lose the war. So he said, okay, सुखिना क्षत्रिया पार्थ लभन्ते. So he हतो वा प्राप्स्यसि सर्गम जित्वा वा भोक्तुषे महिम. तो भगवान से कि अगर तू मर गया तो लोग तुझे याद करेंगे कि धर्म युद्ध था, जीत गया तो एंजॉय करेगा. So he never promised Arjun also कि मैं हूं तो war जीत जाएंगे. Like he knew that, but he says I'm not no problem, you fight the war. So he says कि माम अनुवर्तन्ते, मेरा जो path है, the rule I have made, people have to follow that. Doesn't matter what you bhajami means. ऐसा नहीं कि आप को भजोगे तो I'll not. And that's where the law of karma comes. And that's why भगवान को हम लोगों ने word use किया नियंता. और जब use किया नियंता means the controller. So he is just the controller. So we'll talk about this shlok a little more because it's very interesting. But one thing, message is very clear that कि आप भजो तो मैं वैसी आपको शांति दूंगा. अब जैसे मंदिर में भी अगर हम जाएं और अच्छे मन से जाते हैं और करके देखिए, मैं लोगों को बोलता हूँ कि कोई मेरे से लोग पूछे ध्यान, ऐसा ध्यान छोड़ो, आपको कोई और निर्वाण षटकम हमें याद नहीं होता, छोड़ो, आपको ओम जगदीश हरे तो आती है ना आरती, और वो तो सबको आती, दैट इज इनफ. एंड आप करके देखिए ओम जय जगदीश हरे को मीनिंगफुली. इफ यू मंदिर में हमारे यहाँ आरती होती तो सब लोग उस समय इसमें इंटरेस्टेड रहते हैं कि मैं आरती कर लूं. The whole concept of आरती we lost it. We are busy in doing husband, ये तो कौन इधर आ जल्दी से, बच्चे लोग सब लोग just आंख बंद करके उस आरती को बोली रहे हो, तुम हो एक अगोचर सबके प्राणपति. Just imagine, right? What a powerful wordings है. That is ध्यान itself. तो भगवान is saying कि मैंने तो तुम्हें रास्ते बता दिए हैं, तुम्हें ठीक से करना नहीं आता है. That's what we'll talk about next week. He's saying. So we'll stop here, and there is a question. We'll go over that, and that question is also related. So